I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Alright, this is Keith back at you from Hi-Fi Redo. So we're going to put some more Hi-Fi Redo in Hi-Fi Redo. I know we've been testing a lot of new stuff. So let's check out what I scored today at a yard sale. This big 2,000 watt mess, I don't know. I think it's a monoblock. Yeah, or not. I don't know. Have to look at it. And this thing is just ridiculous, this crunch amp, but it's got VU meters, and I'm a fool for those things. So anyways, these are some Alphasonic 5 1/4s. I don't even know what they are, if they're any good. Got this cool old school battery tester. This thing's kind of neat. It's digital. Pretty cool. Always needed 9/16 when you work on American cars and 1/2 inch. So those are Craftsman, nice stuff. So this is kind of the jewel, okay? This is a Pioneer SX 680. It's from 1978. It's 30 watts a channel. And this is a whole complete setup. We got the cassette deck. We got the turntable. The lid's not, top's not broken, dust cover's not broken. Stylus is intact. In fact, it's got the box for the stylus and everything on it. I mean, this is just somebody's stuff that got put away. Then we got this crazy box. I'm not sure if that's like a 4th order or whatever. Crazy box. So anyways, it's got some Kicker XPL woofers in it. Let's see if you can see that. I've never seen those before. Anyway, let me turn you upside down. There we go. And I don't think these were the woofers that came out of it, but I got this box and it had 2 woofers in it, and it had another one of these hifonics woofers in it, but it had a hole blown through it. This one feels all right. I'm gonna pull it out. Box probably go in the trash. I don't think I need any more boxes. So anyways, just thought I'd just give you guys a kind of a quick, hey, look what I got. So, you guys go out there. A buddy of mine called me this morning and was like, hey, dude, I'm at a yard sale and there's a whole bunch of car audio stuff. And it was a great place, man. The guy was super cool. Jim, thank you. All right, so we got the crunch on the bench just for shits and giggles. And we've got it powered up, but I don't think we got it. It's not turning on. We got no poles. She's dead. We got power. I checked it. It's not working. That's a bummer. All right, I want you guys to see something here. So I tested this hifonic subwoofer and I got nothing out of it. Like, it was completely dead. So I stuck an ohm meter on the terminals and I got nothing. But we got a tinsel lead that's bad here. And if you can see, as I move it, it goes to whatever, 0 to 3.6. So I think there's enough on it that I can just cut it, get the solder out of the hole here, run it back through, resolder it, and this old school hifonics will work again. And I want to show you something that's super cool. Is, hifonics, a lot of these brands aren't what they used to be nowadays. But check this out. See that? Made in the USA. Hell yeah. So, it's just a single voice coil. I'm not sure what the date, these things are from. I'm going to say these are probably from the mid 90s or so. And the reason why I say that is because they got this cork on the surround deal here that it kind of reminiscent of those days. So far, doing a little bit better. All right, well, we tested these hifonics mid-ranges, and they're working too. They don't sound all that wonderful, but they work. All right, so we got the Pioneer SX 680 on the bench. And before I power these old units up, I like to just blow them out really gently with some compressed air, really light pressure. You never know what could have fallen in here and stuff. This thing could have been stored somewhere where there was metal shavings. And out of my shop, where we do a lot of fabrication, I can't believe that my 30-year-old Kenwood out there hasn't self-destructed from metal dust piling up inside. I can only imagine what it looks like inside. So we're going to clean this thing up in the inside, and then we're going to power it up. All right, so we got it kind of cleaned out on the inside. We're going to see if this thing, what happens when we hit the buttons on this thing. Ooh. Okay, we got lights. We do. That's a good sign. Got all the good stuff on. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hook up some speakers to this thing. See what it'll do. You shoulder, pull the sheets right off the corner. All right, and for some dumb reason, I got excited about this stupid amp. And I actually dynoed it. And believe it or not, when I went back, I found the box. I mean, it's still got all the stuff in it, the instructions, everything. So this thing, I mean, it's brand new. And so I actually dynoed it. And here's the specs. So the specs that are on the box, where it says, you know, maybe they were the same. I don't know. Let's see what we'll compare these things. So the box says 2x250 at 4 ohms, and we made 2x178. And then at 2 ohms, we made 287 instead of 350. So in bridged, we made 657 and then 743 at 2 ohms bridge. So it didn't really make any more power. But in the instructions, the numbers were a little bit closer to what we got. And then stupid me opened this thing up for a gut shot, and it had all the capacitors lined up. And this one was sitting there, and it was a little askew. I mean, ever so slightly. And I touched it, and it fell off the board. None of the components on this damn thing were glued. And so I actually bought another capacitor, and I think I'm going to fix this thing. You know, because, I mean, this thing's new. I mean, it's not really anything special. It's just a big old school AB amp from probably early 2000s. But when I went back and I got this box, I found this box, I also found, well, what I was looking for was the one that was damaged, the hifonics one, and apparently the guy threw it in the trash because it literally had something poked right through a big hole in it. I found these kickers, okay? These are just kicker comps. These aren't anything super special. In fact, they're the same exact kicker comps as these, but these ones are a little bit older and they look kind of cool. And the funny thing is, they were in these MA audio boxes and they were stuffed in the styrofoam. I think these are brand new. Swear to God, brand freaking new. I don't know what else I mean, there's not a mark, a scratch, or anything on them, okay? And oddly enough, somehow they stuck to the styrofoam, and I think this stuff will clean off the rubber surround piece. But again, you know, we had the hifonics that had the lead on it, the tinsel lead that was screwed up. This one also had a tinsel lead that was screwed up on it, and I was able to just solder it back on too. And it was literally like it was never attached. Really weird. I don't know. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.